Hey Dragonauts, what's Dragon on? Astralsflame back here with another deck tech. We are taking a look at another brew of Mardu Angels. Before I get into the deck tech, please remember to hit that subscribe button down below to stay up to date on all the latest brews and shorts. And with that, let's talk the Angels of Mardu. The deck is very similar to what you've either seen on ladder or in the past, in that we are playing the Feathery Friends to push ahead for extra damage in the air. And this is primarily done through the card from New Capenna, Giada, Font of Hope. 2 mana, 2/2, Flying and Vigilance. Each other angel you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 for each angel you already control. So, first angel, second one gets bigger, third, fourth, fifth, cascades bigger and bigger, which is awesome for the selection of angels that we have. We are playing in this deck the Inspiring Overseer. Flying gets us a life, draws us a card. The Archangel of Wrath, flying and lifelink on a 3/4 body with the additional kicker of black and red, so you can deal 2 damage twice, and because of the lifelink, get that 2 health back by using that kick. We have the new card from Brothers War Steel Seraph. Play it down as a 3 mana 3/3 or a 6 mana 5/4. But the nice thing with Steel Seraph here is the combat ability. You can give target creature flying, vigilance, or lifelink until end of turn at the beginning of combat. So Seraph being a very flexible angel. This is your primary creature control. In order for your creatures to live, though, we do need to run some interaction and removal, and that's where our first 2 slots kind of come into play here. We are a little bit lighter on the removal spells in this deck, so we're only playing 2 Go for the Throats, 1 Infernal Grasp, and 1 Soul Transfer in the main board. We make up with this by balancing in Thalia, the Guardian of Thrudman, as well as Bloodtithe Harvesters in our early game. Harvester is going to be able to act as a removal spell. Thalia is going to act as a way to push back your opponent's non-creature spells and ensure that they do not come out on curve. That means no turn 3 Fable for your opponent, which is very helpful. In addition to that, just having the exile effect of Soul Transfer and the Go for the Throat just being a very clean removal. And Infernal Grasp saying whatever Go for the Throat can't get, Infernal Grasp will. So we tuck those all together. We need some draw now. This is where our Fable of the Mirrorbreaker comes in. We're playing red. We're obviously playing Fable. We all know what this card does. It is great, but we have extra synergies with Fable. Fable being able to make a copy of our non-legendary cards is very strong for us in the package of creatures we play. First off, we have the Bloodtithe Harvester synergy for creature removal, Inspiring Overseer for card draw, Archangel of Wrath as another 3/4 flyer, Steel Seraph being able to make an additional flyer and use that combat trick to give something else flying, vigilance, or lifelink. Very great. Or even more so, the Sanctuary Warden, which is in our bombs package in the top end of the deck, between 4, 5, and 6 mana. So you've seen the angels, and we just touched on Sanctuary Warden. We do have another angel in our bombs package. These are going to be our finishers we want to use to end the game against the opponent and make it so that, our flyers are what wins and not the opponent's. So also in this package, we have the Asa, the Forgotten Archangel. 5 mana 4/5, flying and lifelink, that when a non-creature token you control dies, you return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the end step. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. So the Asa is great for making your opponent's creatures exile and returning yours back to hand for more advantage. If the opponent does not answer the Asa, any cards of yours, especially the Inspiring Overseer or Archangel of Wrath, that die are going to go back to your hand and be recastable, which is just even more value. Tying into this, we do have Owl the Dawnsky, a great 5/4 flyer. When it dies, we're going to chuck something into play that's 4 or less, hopefully up to 2 things. Or we just buff our entire board if it dies as well. Either way, love the utility of Owl, and as well as Sheholder of the Apocalypse. We're going to be doing some extra card draw and pinging down for 2 damage, so Sheholder fits very nicely in this shell, draining down our opponent's life, healing us back up, and putting us at a very pivotal life point with a good body on the ground. When it comes to the sideboard, though, we do have different plans depending on what is going on. If you are up against the aggro decks, you probably saw earlier, and I didn't really touch on it, the Angel Fire Ignition. This is a one of in the main, giving you the flexibility to have something with Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, and Haste, and Indestructible, plus buffing it up by +2/+2. But this is a very strong card, especially against aggro, because it has flashback. This is basically castable twice, which means that extra life against an aggro deck is going to put you well and above where you want to be to live. also is just great applying pressure against mid-range decks to finish off whatever's going off on them. So we do have a second here in the sideboard that you can bring in against aggro, along with the Brotherhood's End and the Wandering Emperor. If you're up against control, we've got Duresses and a Stone Brain. Any type of mid-range or creature exile elect, we've got Soul Transfer as well. If it's a very grindy game, we've got the Reckoner Bankbuster you can bring in for extra card draw. And lastly, if you're up against a graveyard-based deck, Reanimation style, Unlicensed Herd coming in so you can remove any troublesome cards from your opponent's graveyard and just be ready. So your main board is set with a large amount of creatures, not a ton of interaction removal, but your creatures do a lot when they ETB and have to be answered. And then when it comes to games 2 and 3, your sideboard offers you some very good and strong transition options so you can combat whatever your opponent's deck is doing. Dragonauts, I hope you enjoyed the games coming up as much as I did with our feathery friends. And okay. Opponents on the play, we're a little slow, but we do have draw and we do have Fable on 3. Fable on 3 can let us maximize these lands we have in hands as discard fodder to dig a bit deeper. So I'm going to keep. Probably do like Sundown Pass turn 1, and then we have access to all our colors on turn 2 if we happen to top deck a Thalia or a removal. Ooh, mulligan to 5. Ouch. Opponent is on Esper, probably. Esper Legends. Yeah, definitely looks like it could be Esper Legends. Into Rafine? No, not into Rafine. Okay, so just that. Bankbuster. This might just be a free cast of Fable. Oh, Spell Pierce, okay. I mean, taking 2 does not scare me. That is card draw, but that's fine. Like, I could get to 6 mana and play down Archangel and have a way to clear some stuff on board. They just spend a Go for the Throat. They don't keep a blue mana open, which tells me that is not a Go for the Throat. I'm gonna discard. I actually kind of like keeping my lands at the moment. I'll discard 1 Bloodtithe Harvester. Angel's Fire. That is a card. Since you're not running a counterspell, I'm just going to go ahead and Soul Transfer the Denic right now. Ah, there's the Rafine. Well, that is what it is. I think I wait on the Bloodtithe Harvester. 2 mana open. I might just go for the Inspiring Overseer. Yeah, so that's either a Make Disappear or Go for the Throat. Unless they're holding on mana for Bankbuster, which is also a possibility. But I'll end the turn here. Go for the throat. Okay. That's fine. Now, fortunately, Archangel of Wrath cannot kill the Rafine because of the ward. I'd have to pay ward twice. Right, with the way ward works, whenever it becomes the target. So we'll just eat the 1 damage here. Also, now Plaza's active. That being said, I do just kind of like having a 5/4. So drop down the Steel Seraph as its full cost. Going to draw means no counterspell in hand. Are you winning? I'm trying out. I'm trying. Give our Overseer lifelink. And we'll push for 2. I'm trying now, though. I'm trying. How you doing, friend? Alright. Professionalism. We try. Okay, Cycle Tower. Sure. So they do run Infernal Grasp. Unfortunate. Discarding a She-Holdred, though. That's good to know. I think in case of Make Disappear, I'm only going to Archangel once. Yeah, I definitely think it could be Emperor too, Al. I don't see any other reason why you get rid of She-Holdred when this is just such a way to push ahead. Urtai. Oh, I stand corrected. Alright. Well, I do get to just play out the Blood Tithe Harvester. Okay. Or that card, yeah. I mean, I think it was still the right play to go for our Archangel. And they are only down to 1 card. They can draw a second with Bankbuster. I still have a follow-up out of an Angel's Fire Ignition for getting some life back, which is nice. Target the Rafine. Get rid of 2 lands. Alright, I'm gonna go and block Urtai. We'll play in Thalia. And I'm gonna go for the Archangel again. We will do a full tap out for this one. So that time it was the Make Disappear. Of course it was. Pushing for 2. Then She-Holdred. Urtai is a good card. It's the fact they drew into the Make Disappear right after, though. And this is on a mold of 5 by the opponent. My luck may just not be with me tonight. I can't afford to block here. I have to use Angel's Fire next turn. And they still just have the Plaza to keep them safe. Another Bankbuster. Alright. Okay, well. I like Inspiring Overseer. So they're only out here is if they tap the Bankbuster and go to draw a card. And it happens to be a removal. You did not just top deck go through. You top decked Otawara. My frickin' goodness.
Oh, yeah.
What's with these top decks in these last 3 games? So game 1, not quite so lucky for us. Unfortunately, the 3 top decks back-to-back by the opponent. Good on them. Got them the win there on that mold of 5. So going into game 2, we're going to bring in Duress, the extra Soul Transfer, and the Emperor to deal a little bit more with those counter spells, creatures, and have that extra move. So Let's see how game 2 goes in Magic. Dealing 3 is powerful. We're taking the play. All right, Giada and Overseer is nice when we have a removal beast. So I'll keep. The opponent right away mulliganing to 6. So good sign for us. We're gonna do the Shattered Sanctum into play tapped. And we'll jam out Giada next turn. Burn down the house with a 1-kicker call with them. Yeah. Alright, so right away using the Infernal Grasp, and we're flooding out. I'm not a fan of... Okay, Shielders actually, alright. Still not a fan of flooding out, but... And they missed a land drop. Casting the Sheholder, this is probably make disappear. Disdainful Stroke. Alright, that's fine. Again, passing. Another land. What's with my lands right now? Pushing for 2, and we'll cast in Blood Tithe Harvester. Oh, good to know. And we'll end the turn. I'm going to use this blood token and cycle away a land. The dark side you turn. I don't think about going to the dark side right now. Missing land drop again. Well, okay, for all those top decks that they had last turn, I think it's fine that we finally get a break. Fable's nice. Double Fable's really nice. Alright. So we go to combat. We're going to send in 5. Push them to 8, and then attempt to cast in Fable 1. And then cast in Fable 2. Yeah. Alright, so game 2 looks a lot better right now. Game 2 went a lot better. The opponent did get kind of land screwed on game 2 there, but you know, you take the win when you can get it. Going into game 3 here, we're not going to be on the play. Not many sideboard changes I want to make. To be honest, I'm kind of just happy sticking with what we have. And I'm going to see how game 3 goes. So let's run with the changes we did previously with Transfer, Emperor, and Duress, and see how we do. Opponent on the play, but 2 lands on our side. We do have Giada into Archangel and Seraphim Sheholdered. So we do have 3 really good top ends plus a good turn. So I will keep. 2 lands isn't always advisable to keep, but we can kind of maybe ramp our way ahead. Especially if the opponent plays a tap land here. You know, we take what we get. Alright, we're going to jam in... Yeah, I'm actually going to go for Giada here. So they have a cut down. Damn. I should have played Thalia. Yep. I should have played Thalia.
Oh,
it happens.
yeah.
Rem 6700, welcome into the Ember Dragon Legion as a Dragonaut. Hope your Tuesday night's going great, friend. Please enjoy your awesome follower, and you're our 7th follower of the week. How you doing tonight? Bankbuster and missing land again. Alright, I'm gonna go for the Fable. Man, maybe Karma for those top decks in game 1 came back around or something. What am I discarding, though? I think I saved the Bankbuster. I actually discarded Thalia. Sorry, save the Harvester, discard Thalia? Infernal Grasp, okay. Punch in for 2. In case they play a big creature, I'm gonna hold up the mana for Infernal Grasp. Because if they play Rafine, I need to be able to target it with the ward. Missing lands again. All right. That is an Alvedon's guy. So Faible will... We're going right to combat to push in 2 damage. Make disappear is still a thing. They probably want to use the mana on the Bank Buster. I think I'm still going to go for the Blood Tithe Harvester here. I'll play it out a turn early and threaten a piece of removal, tying up their potential mana on the next turn, so that I can work to play an Archangels or Steel Seraph. They go for the draw here again. And again, if they do play in a Rafine, we still have the Infernal Grasp. Okay, no Rafine. And they have to discard. Now that could mean a Wandering Emperor. Especially because they didn't play in the wedding announcement. Could also be Airtight too, Al. Could also be Airtight. I think I'm still going to go use the Reflection now. We'll copy the Harvester, get some blood tokens that we can use to cycle and maybe draw into some lands in a turn or two. And we'll try to push in 8 damage. If this is the Wandering Emperor, that's fine. They'd have to fully tap out, which means we can still use our Archangel of Wrath on main phase 2 and get rid of it. Okay, so it is the Wandering Emperor. My guess is exile the Blood Tithe Harvest. No, 2/2. I go boop. I honestly thought they were going to go for the exile. I'm just going to cast in She-Holdred then. Alright, never mind. Thought we would have done Archangel. Cool, alright. So, we take game 3. Okay, I like Harvester into Seraph. We can use the blood token to cycle away one of these lands, and Silkenstein's not actually the worst, because we can make some 1/1s. But I'm gonna keep. It was I was just surprised. It was all. Alright, Haunted Ridge into play tapped. It's fine. Opponent is playing mono red. Alright. So Seraph is actually gonna be very good for us in this game. Seraph being able to grant life for us to live is kind of huge. Play with fire is annoying, but sure. Go down there. I'm gonna play in the Fable here. Wait, Firebrand? Sure. Do a Swiss Bear. I think you only attack him with Phoenix Chick. Yeah, that's fine. That is a She-Holdred. Alright, Silkenzon's actually going to be what I discard on this one. We're going to play in our She-Holdred. And I'm going to push in 2 for the treasure token. Because that's going to let me play the Steel Seraph in next turn. Give lifelink to She-Holdred. And we be A-okay. I have to be cognizant of lightning strike and prowess triggers on the Swift Spear. So this is a lot. Oh no, it's just another firebrand. All right, never mind. All right, we take the firebrand damage. I block the etchings here. Go down to 9. Giada. Alright, Giada kind of changes things a little bit for me. The reason Giada changes things is I can have an additional blocker that their firebrand will have to contend with. So I still just play out the Steel Seraph. It's now a 4/4. We're going to give our She-Holdred a lifelink and punch in with She-Hold. Okay, then pass the turn. So we'll go down to 10. Rada's fire. And can see game. Okay. So game 1, a lifelinking She-Holdred got us the win there. Opponent conceding there. So in game 2, what we're looking to bring in here is our Brotherhood's Ends and the Wandering Emperor. Brotherhood's End is going to be used to clean up that board state when the opponent has gone wide, and the Wandering Emperor is going to be used for any final minions that we need to exile and gain a bit of life with. We've taken out Sanctuary Wardens, Owl, and a couple of our Angels to reduce down our higher end curve and play more into turns 3 and 4. Just looking to stabilize, clean up that board, and live with some lifelinking. So let's see how game 2 goes. What we can when we can. Our opponent's on the play. We've got Thalia and a Harvester. Blood Token's nice. Soaken's on useful still. I'm gonna keep. Mono on 1 again. Sure. Archangel's great. Do love seeing Archangel. So Archangel's going to be one of those things that can help keep us alive here. We're going to go to 17. And I'm going to opt to play in the Thalia here. Thalia gets a very positive trade on that Etchings, and if they have Play with Fire or anything else, this is going to make them use up their turn a little bit less efficiently on mana. So there's the Play with Fire. So we'll go down to 13 here. And cast in a Blood Tithe Harvester. Hit next and end the turn. I might use that Blood Token to cycle a Battlefield Forge. Mechanized Warfare. Alright, that's fine. This is 3 off the Phoenix Chick. Hey, what's going on, bud? How you doing tonight? Happy Tuesday. I do think I'm gonna do this. Cycle the Battlefield Forge. I can't clear the Etchings. Another Battlefield Forge. But I get an Arcane. I'm actually okay with that. I have a lifelinking. That's relevant. I'm doing good, Ham. I'm doing good. How you doing tonight, bud? How's your Tuesday? Okay, so they have the Lightning Strike. Unfortunate. I'm gonna hit me with the Phoenix Chick. No problemo. I will play in Battlefield Forge. We're gonna Archangel, pick once, and get rid of the Phoenix Chick, and then heal up to 9. Say no attacks and pass the turn. Rough day at work, but it's all over now, so good. Hey, I'm glad. I feel that. My day wasn't bad, but it was busy. And ladder's just kind of roughing us tonight. I got a list I think you'll really like, Cam. I got to show you next round. Okay, so we're going to play in that. Let's go ahead and push in Archangel to heal a bit here. Alright, so they're going to Rending Flame. That's fine. I think I'm happy to use Brotherhood's End here, clear the etchings, and then play in my Fable of the Mirror Breaker. We go down to 8, but Fable's gonna let me dig a bit more. They haven't really had any creatures. Okay, Firebrand's annoying. You're gonna thaw ya. I'm gonna submit 0 actually. I'll play in the Thalia. Say next, no attacks, and pass. Oh, we're stabilizing. Adversary, okay. Sure. Another Archangel would be amazing. Ooh, a second adversary. Alright, sure. I think this is where they choose, like, Thalia can't block. Oh, the stupid Phoenix chick comes back right. That's annoying. Oh, they don't have the mana to pay for the chick, though. Alright. We'll do our blocks this way. Frick, another land. I don't need it. Alright, yeah. No attacks. I get a Liese, we're fine. We get an Archangel, we're fine. I'm flooding out bad here. We're still alive, though. We're still alive. I don't like that. That hits me for 2.
This little candle's gonna set your world on
Yeah, that's not good. Oh, go down to 6.
Give a toast.
Oh, and there it is. Yes. Let's go. Oh, beautiful. That's what I needed.
Hey,
Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna pass the turn. I had Angel's Fire. Angel's Fire is still good in 2023.
so I'm a little hot-headed. So what?
Ooh, it's a squee. Alright, honestly, I'm just gonna block squee and I'm gonna take the other damage. You know what? Nah. Yeah, no. I heal with the Angel's Fire, actually. Definitely blocking squee. That represents 4. Alright, this is fine. Do that. Give us another land. Buff up Thalia like that. And then Thalia has to go punch. They have enough cards to do squee again, too. Alright, but we heal back to 12 here. Which is the important bit. Okay. So we're back into 12. That's relevant. 12 is relevant. 12 is not dead. Squeeze coming back. Alright. I am going to have to block some of these, though. They can't pay for the Phoenix chick, which is great. Blocking Squee, we're blocking Swift Spear, and I'm blocking the other 1/1. Can I stop flooding out? We still have enough cards to do it, so I can't even push in yet. Hey, thank you so much, Ham. I appreciate it. Mambu, it's a pleasure having you around. Ah, no, stop it. Stop it. Can I stop flooding out? Yeah, you know, that kind of works. I'm cool with that. I can live on that. That's fine. Thank you. Okay. So we have 2 lands and 2 Giada, an Overseer, and an Archangel. Plus the Liesa. I do like because we have the Giada into a bunch of Angels, and this one being draw is nice. So I will opt to keep. If Giada does happen to live. Kind of ramp out our Angels a little early and have a slew to take them down, which does feel pretty good. Opponent mulliganing to 5. And a Rakdos build. Yeah, this Blood Tithe Harvester? It is, alright. Well, we will still play out Giada. Because if they offer the Blood Tithe on Giada, accept it. Go for Fable. That's fine. Now we draw lands. Alright. We'll play an Inspiring Overseer and we'll get a draw here. Now we have lands. Oh, sure. Opponent discards Underdog and a land. Okay. Blitzing in the Tenacious Underdog. I will actually take the... Oh, unless they cut down my Overseer? Seems aggressive, but okay. Voltage Surge. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's one less removal I need to be worried about. So I will quite happily play in She-Hulk here. Now with Fable flipping, our next turn is probably going to be the Archangel. I'm going to just opt to take the 2. If they have another Voltage Surge, I don't want She-Holder dying. We need to make them use Premium removal. Yep. Anyways. Archangel is going to come in kicked on red. And we are going to blow up the Reflection. We have... Rope, fine. Oh, they're Grixis. That's good to know. Into a Corpse Appraiser. Sure. Okay. So they chose something that was not She-Holder or not Sorin. How much you want to bet? That is probably an Invoke Despair. So I'm not going to play in anything here. I'm going to take the brunt of it, because I'm going to hold up the Go for the Throat and the Aganjo. When you call it, you call it. There's only one card they'd want to use for that good of a value. And I'm gonna play in the Asa because I need some life. So I'm gonna hope there's no... Okay, Wandering Mine. Can't cast... No, you can't cast Invoke Despair if you happen to find it in the top 6. No, you find a Grixis command instead. Cool, next game. Okay, so game 1 looked like a double invoke game into just finishing off that final removal. Sometimes it gets us there, and that's what happens. So, going into game 2, we're looking to bring in that extra removal and hand disruption. So we are bringing in Duresses, the Stone Brain, Soul Transfer, and the Wandering Emperor. As well, I'm bringing in Reckon Your Bank Buster. This is going to be a card advantage game. So we want to generate value where we can and try to keep our hand of plenty of answers to go against the opponent's threats. So let's see how game 2 goes. Taking the play and mulliganing 1 land away. Guess I'm going to keep... This is a decent 2-drop and at least draw. So that's fine. In terms of cards to keep, I have access to my colors, so I'll get rid of the Pain land. Keep that way. And we'll do Shattered Sanctum on 1. Playing in the Bloodtithe Harvester. I do like Bankbuster. I'm going to move to combat first, though. We'll play in the Inspiring Overseer. Alright, get another Harvester. Wandering Mine is annoying, but that's fine. Grixis command I'm not too worried about. I would like to go for the throw with that Wandering Mine, though. And then play in the Bankbuster here. As we attack for another 5 damage. Is there still a turn or 2 off of Grixis command? If they spend the turn doing... Sure, that's fine. I'll play in a Bloodtithe Harvester. And not do that. We'll crew. And I will attack you for 4. That's the turn. So we'll be a bit aggressive. I can't Grixis command here, which is nice. Another Brotherhood's End. Okay. Interesting choice. Well, I will send in another 3 damage. Then you play in a Wandering Mind. Or an Abrade. Let's remove right now. Alright, you know what? Let's do Wandering Emperor. Gonna go ahead and make it 2/2.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you. We must protect the people.
Exile the Wandering Mind. Okay. +1 the Emperor and push in for 3 damage.
The edge of this fight.
What is... Okay, have an Owl the Dawn Sky. Yeah, can't top deck forever. I don't actually know if that was a top deck, but I like Owl was a good enough as draw as any. At least it's a 5/4 in the air that they have to try to answer. So Grixis command to return. But this can potentially just give me lethal, because I'm gonna look at the top 7. I'll take a Fable. That's perfectly acceptable. Hey, she holds red. good. Would love to see She-Holdred. There's game 2. Okay. Alright, so we did get game 2. Nice, thankfully. Going into game 3, adjusting our plan a little bit, we're going to up the Thalias back to 3 and remove the Wandering Emperors, as well as cut a Duress. We're doing this to bring in our Angel's Fire Ignitions and try to hold steady on keeping up a bit of life and damage, knowing that the opponent is playing a ton of board removal and just removal in general. So let's go ahead and see how game 3 goes. Okay, Giada and Overseer I like, and we have 2... I'm okay with that. I'll keep. It's fine with me. She-Holder looking good too. Okay. We'll gain their life. We'll play in a Ganjo, and we're going to cast in Giada here. Blood Tithe Harvester is perfectly fine. I'm knowing that they're probably going to use it on Giada. I'm going to opt to play in the Inspiring Overseer here. Pushing for 2. So we just have a couple critters kind of flying in the air. Harvester gets used on Giada, and that's fine. It's also fine. We get Shattered Sanctum. So 3 mana up and 5 cards in hand. I'm going to push in 3 damage first. And we'll cast in Blood Tithe Harvester. I'm going to hold up 2 mana still on removal in case they do play out a creature. Mine's fine. Go for the throat, sure. Frankly, I want to go for Throw Your Wandering Mind. We're going to attack for 6 first. Get them to 10. Trying to play around that. So, this is where we will add in our Thalia here. Go for the throat is fine on there. And I'm also going to cast in our other Giada. Wandering Mind, no problem. Can't play up Nyxlis. I do think, however, I want to get rid of the Wandering Mind with the Blood Tithe Harvester. Attack for 4. And we'll cast in our She-Holdred. They can't counterspell. They can't use removal here. Has to be into their turn, and they go right down to 4. Burn down is fine. Play in this land, and we cast in another She-Holdred. They go to 2. Fable's fine. They might decide to Fable into a Nyxlis. If they do, we accept that. So they'll make a 1/1.
Shake down the locals
And force us to discard.
by coin.
And then we're going to choose not to discard.
Tribute is owed.
Now, the nice thing about dealing with that devil is it has to die. Thankfully, with Soul Transfer, it doesn't die. There's game 3. Hey Dragonauts, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. It is always appreciated. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button down below and the bell notification for more. And as always, keep believing. I'll see you next time.